Well, hello, and welcome to Pop and Heat, episode 53. I'm Kier.
And I'm Leash, and welcome to your new favorite wrestling podcast.
Hey, guys.
Hello. I almost thought you were going to forget what episode number it was.
Did it seem like I had forgotten?
Like maybe a little hesitation.
Was there a bit there? I mean, I had to think no, it's 53. Yeah.
Usually when you're about to say it, I panic thinking I have no idea.
Yeah, no, it came to me in the end there. Yeah. Yeah, 53. It is 53, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here we go again.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
We've been wrong in the past. It's lovely, lovely humor when it happens.
I just edit the episodes. I have no idea what episode we're on at any given time.
I'm pretty sure. We're going with 53. Yeah, feels right. I think it's our third since Mania.
Yeah,
is kind of where I'm
that
at
makes
with
sense
this, right?
for sure. Yeah.
Speaking of Mania, check out my jersey.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Rocking my Mania gear.
I'm rocking a new Pop and Heat baseball jersey.
Yeah.
Because we have sponsored and joined a local baseball team, softball. And these are our jerseys because Pop and Heat's the sponsor.
Yeah, we're making moves.
Yeah, we're making big moves. Beer league softball.
That's it. We're on the rise. You may have noticed we didn't put an episode out last week. Sorry about that. I unfortunately had a death in my family, and as you might expect, was not feeling much like podcasting. So we're sorry about missing that, but we are back.
We are.
And we're pumped. We got, some episodes to recap, but we've got Saturday Night Main Event coming up too.
Yeah, we've got 2 PLEs because this weekend we've got Saturday Night Main Event, and then next weekend is Clash in Italy. So it's going to be an exciting couple weeks. And I didn't actually realize that they were this close back to back, or we might have done like a full predictions episode, but that's okay. We're going to do a recap and we'll talk about Saturday Night Main Event at the end.
Yeah. And then next week, as we usually do, we'll have a predictions episode for Clash.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry, I'm a little stuffed up. I think I'm either have a small cold or allergies, and I'm freezing cold, so I'm bundled in my blanket.
Well, we're hoping it's allergies because we sure don't want you to be sick because it's your birthday this weekend.
Yeah, it's my birthday.
Happy
in 2
birthday,
days.
Leashy.
Yeah. Yep. So I hope I'm not sick. We shall see, but I am definitely congested and very chilly.
Well, we'll pump you full of bar served medicine.
Yeah.
And get you feeling better this weekend.
Nice. All right, let's get right into our recap.
Let's.
We have SmackDown from May 15th, and that opens up with Trick Williams celebrating a hometown-style return at the University of South Carolina. He's got Lil Yachty and the mascot for the University of South Carolina, Cocky. Because they are what are they? The
Gamecocks.
Gamecocks.
Yeah. Fighting Gamecocks.
Gamecocks. Which I said I'm surprised PETA hasn't stepped in and, gotten upset about that.
The fighting thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's likely going to happen.
Well,
now you've put it out there.
I know, PETA, you should get on that. Sorry, University of South Carolina.
Yeah, look what you've done.
Williams talked about his lemon pepper steppers.
Of course.
He was connecting with the crowd, obviously, hometown for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's usually pretty over, but this was, big time.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hometown feel. The Miz and Kit Wilson interrupted that celebration, as they do.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of slam poetry and rhyming back and forth. There were a few things that didn't hit so great. I mean, Trick Williams went over great with the crowd. Lil Yachty went to, respond to Kit Wilson's slam poetry with some rhymes, and he had to start over. I just wanted to point that out because I'm like, why is he said the same line twice? I'm assuming he just had to start over again.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You're a professional rapper?
It was bad. This is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're a pro, and this is not even really good to begin with, and you still didn't get it right. It was bad.
Yeah.
It it took some of the shine off of Trick's moment,
Yeah.
but I think,
I
Trick
think
was definitely the standout.
Trick Williams very clearly outshines Lil Yachty, and I feel like usually when they bring a celebrity in, it's to like, pump up the storyline. It's like,
Seriously.
why are you like Trick Williams does not need Lil Yachty? Why he's trailing him around with him, I don't know.
I was thinking that too. Like, he does not need him. Like, it almost feels like Trick's helping Lil
It's a
Yachty gain some
hindrance.
relevance.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's bringing down his vibe, in my opinion, but
Yeah, he needs to go solo.
we'll see where that goes. So yeah, the segment ended in a brawl that made, The Miz and Kit Wilson look like the little baby boys they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're doing the tiny balls chant for the Miz now. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
So that was that. Next, we had Paige and Brie Bella versus Julia and Kiana James. This was a non-title match. Paige secured the win in this match. I don't really know why Julia's still out there doing anything, in my opinion, but
Yeah, we're not big fans. They're really what's happening there is they're just continuing to build this feud that is inevitably going to occur between her and Kiana.
yeah. Well, and I said that I'm like, it just builds the tension between them, and you were like, yeah, every tag team in the women's division has tension with one another.
Yeah. I was like, that's the thing. You gals, you're feisty.
They all hate each other.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
you can't pair up for too long. Too much time together and the claws come out,
Brie Bella and Paige get the win there, which good because I'm not a huge Bella fan, but I like Paige, so keep on winning.
Yeah,
And she's gonna break away when Nikki comes back. I mean, Paige will break out on her own. So
yeah, I was just gonna say I would prefer to see Paige in a solo picture. I think that my preference for the tag titles right now would be either Judgment Day with Raquel and Roxanne or Charlexa.
yeah, Charlexa. Are they calling them that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, interesting.
I wish I could say I came up with it.
I
But,
thought maybe you did.
no.
Yeah, I agree. I would love for Raquel Rodriguez to get some kind of, something.
Well, she would be.
I'd like for her to break away from the Judgment Day. I'd like to see her be solo, but
if she wins the tag team titles with Roxanne, she will be the first and only 5-time holder of the tag team belts. She and Liv are 4-time champs.
Right, yeah.
The only ones. And if she wins it without Liv,
Yeah.
then she'll be the only 5-time holder of
That's
it.
cool.
Which I think would be neat, right?
Yeah. They probably will do that just to have that record.
Why not? Let's go.
Do it.
Yeah.
Next, Cody Rhodes and Gunther. So Cody Rhodes comes out, demands Gunther sign the contract for the title shot. Gunther mocks Cody and demands more respect. Yeah, so he kind of is refusing to sign this contract.
He just was trying to play some games,
Yeah.
right? He wanted to toy with Cody, and it backfired on him.
Yeah, Royce Keys comes out. He volunteers. He says, if you won't sign it, I will. And he ran to the ring. Gunther stopped him before the signing. And then Nick Aldis came out and kind of says, Gunther, you're overplaying your hand. And he books Gunther versus Royce Keys in a #1 contenders match.
That night.
For that night, yeah.
Yeah, which was kind of cool, cool matchup.
Yeah.
Right? Like 2 very different wrestling styles, 2 very different wrestlers. It's but both very intimidating.
Yeah.
So I thought it was cool. It was a neat direction to take this. And watching the build with Royce right now, there was an element of like, are they going to do this?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a very small element of that because I figured Gunther would come out on top, but it was a cool idea that they had. I think obviously they're doing something big with Royce. They're trying to give him a bit of a bigger push than some of the other people that are getting big pushes from NXT. I mean, he's not from NXT, but some of the newer faces in WWE. he's getting.
He needs a more defined gimmick, I feel like, because he's like this big monster guy. And I feel like right now they kind of already have that with, like, as for kind of newer people, and they have that with Oba Femi right now. And like, they're both probably, well, maybe Royce Keys isn't as big, I don't know, but I feel like they're probably similar
There's
size.
a bunch of guys that kind of have that, like, I'm just a big powerhouse sort of thing going for them. But
Oba Femi has like a bit of a
he's the
gimmick.
king.
Yeah, like he's the ruler.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think it seems like there's big plans for him, is basically what I'm trying to say
for
here.
sure. They're putting him in with the big guys.
Yeah,
so.
to be in a, winner gets a title shot at a PLE,
Yeah,
type situation. That's obviously, pretty nice thing to have happen a few months into your joining the WWE.
for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Keep on trucking along, Royce Keys. Next, Carmelo Hayes versus Ricky Saints, another newbie up and comer. Carmelo Hayes and Ricky Saints agreed to a match. There's like a backstage confrontation. They agree to have a match. It was a pretty good match. Good wrestlers.
Very similar.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, similar kind of size. Like Ricky Saints is not very big, right?
No.
And but yeah, he's a heel. So Carmelo Hayes was the babyface in this situation, and they both attempted rope assisted pins, but Carmelo Hayes got his and won the match.
Yeah, that was cheeky,
Cheeky. He's supposed to be the babyface.
Getting a little worried about what's going on with Carmelo. I don't really like this Ricky Saints guy, to be honest. He's hit flat for me.
Oh, yeah?
I know Cody's a big fan of him, and there's likely going to be more of him to see, but right away, I'm not a big fan. I do like Carmelo. He's grown on me, but I'm worried that there's not much for him right now. And with all the people that they're letting go, I hope that he can find his way.
And we're not against all newcomers. That's the thing. Like some people did, like Ethan Page right away. We're like, oh, we think we like Ethan Page. Like,
yeah, he's got something, and he's Canadian, so maybe we're biased. But I do, even in his promo last week, he was like, "I'm from the greatest country in the world, Canada." Like, hell yeah, preach. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. So I agree. I don't think he's really caught my eye yet, Ricky Saints. I don't think there's anything I'm super interested in yet, but we'll see what happens. That's what happens with people. Even somebody like Gunther, when we first started watching, not that he was a newbie then, but he, when we were newbies to watching and we hated him, and then he kind of grew on us over time. So
oh yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah. Okay, next. We had El Campeon. Damian Priest versus Tama Tonga. One of the only Tongans left.
Yeah.
Damian Priest faced Tama Tonga. There was a planned tag match, but R-Truth was not cleared to wrestle.
That's right, yeah.
Tama Tonga attacked before the bell. Priest nearly hit Razor's Edge. Tama countered into a sleeper, but Priest won with a South of Heaven.
Yeah.
There was a post-match attack.
Post-match attack.
Post-match attack. By Tali Tonga, and Solo Sikoa.
Yeah. Of course
I always want to call him Tali.
Tali
Tonga. To continue that feud. Yeah, of course there was. I mean, in that situation, you gotta think you're gonna get attacked by some Tongans.
It's their thing.
Yeah.
They've got a thing.
Yeah.
It's the post-match attack.
Yeah, post-match attack. I like the Damian Priest one, though. I like Damian Priest, and I mean, he's been in this tag team with R-Truth, with I guess is good. Like they're putting them into something. We said that when it first happened. Like you take two people that you don't really know what to do with, put them in a tag team, and that was great. It added a tag team to that division. But I liked Damian Priest before when he was soloing. He was a champ when
I'm not sure what else they're gonna do. They're gonna have to keep the belts on them for a bit because they just released half the men's tag team division, like Motor City Machine Guns, all the Wyatt Six guys. Like there was
they're gonna have to rebuild
two
the
different tag
division.
teams within that. there was another one I thought that was gone too, but like, yeah, big changes to the men's tag picture. So they're probably just gonna sort of let that tread
Yeah.
water with that for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Hopefully our truth is cleared to wrestle soon so that they can continue
Here's
on.
hoping.
Yeah.
Our 1 year friend anniversary
Oh yeah.
with Mr. Ron Killings was
Yeah.
just the other day.
Yeah, we were away for my birthday last year on a little weekend trip, and we got a notification that our truth followed us on TikTok, and we were super pumped. And then, yeah, I got a notification. It's your 1 year friend anniversary on TikTok with
I was
Ron
just happy to
Killings.
see that he hadn't like deleted us.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
I was
still
like,
our
wow,
friend.
hell yeah, sticking around, buddy.
He still follows us.
Thanks,
I mean,
man.
he's probably one of these celebs that just like follows everyone back that follows him.
That's
But I
good enough for me.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't need the why.
Yeah,
You know,
let's not unpack it too
yeah,
much.
no, exactly.
Don't pull back the curtain. Okay, next. We had Meechin and B-Fab versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Again, why? Jade Cargill accompanied Meechin and B-Fab and cut a promo about regaining the women's title. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss interrupted. You know, I just don't like Meechin and B-Fab, but it is what it is. Jade Cargill, I feel like
They're
she's
nice in person.
Yeah, that's true.
Both of them.
Yes, I will say to
They're
set the
nice.
record straight, we met them both in person and they were very nice.
Not currently loving your characters.
Yeah. So, Jade Cargill calls a disqualification. She attacked Bliss in front of the referee. So Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss won by DQ. And then there was some teased tension between Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill, which is a cool matchup.
Yeah. For sure it is. This whole thing, like, it's just a bit silly. And like, what happened to JC Jane?
Yeah,
and her.
I was wondering that. So I was looking at the match card for Saturday Night Main Event, and there's like so much going, like different tag matches going on, and the JC Jane in that group, Fatal Influence.
Yeah,
they're nowhere on that card, and I'm like, that's so weird. Like they came in so strong.
Right?
This is what they do, though, and then it kills momentum. That's what I think.
Read the room.
Yeah,
like,
people were liking it.
Clearly, this was something like, I mean, liking.
Okay, well,
they booed them out of the building, but like that was fire.
But strong reaction. Yeah.
You know, there's not much heat hotter than that.
We want to boo sometimes.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, we're back to this thing that you already did when you brought in this fresh feud that, you know, ignited this thing with Charlexa and Rhea.
Yeah.
And, you know, we had all the ingredients. what we're going back to this that we just finished at Mania or should have finished? Like, why?
Yeah, I don't understand why that's not the match that's happening. And like nobody really, I'm sorry. I want, you know what? I really do want Jade Cargill to be a big star because she's got, we say it all the time, action figure. She's the perfect specimen to be a WWE wrestler, but she's just not got it in the promo work. And you know, she's got to be able to hold her own. And even if she couldn't hold her own, pairing her up with Meechin and B-Fab is not helping the situation.
No, I think the idea was almost like they'll all lift each other up because like B-Fab and Meechin, they needed the lift.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. Yeah.
Jade on her own, just to your point, wasn't hitting either.
Yeah.
So, you know, they thought, well, let's put them all together and see what happens. They seem to be liking it because they've been running with this for a few months now, it seems. But I would have liked to have seen the new story with JC Jane and this Fatal Influence faction play out. I thought there was a lot of meat on that bone, and we've just sort of tossed it aside now.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't go away completely because it definitely had good momentum. Okay, our main event, Gunther versus Royce Keys. Number 1 contenders main event.
Yeah, so once again, Mr. Sikoa sticks his nose where it doesn't belong.
Yes.
Like that's literally all he knows how to do is just get in everybody's way.
Yeah, he's trying to like recruit Royce Keys to be part of the MFTs.
Yes, and
I don't think he's a Tongan.
No, he's not a Tongan. Yeah, he's not an MFT. So For
It's
those
odd.
of you who don't know, leash refers to the MFTs as mother effing Tongans.
Yeah, that's what it should be. That's a much better name than my family
I
tree.
agree. I think that was almost the intention at first, right? It was
Yeah.
for people to think that, because they didn't even drop the My Family Tree thing till like a month after.
I don't know. You know what? I would give up credit of coming up with it if it was true that they wanted people to think that, because I feel like it is a much better name. They should have gone with it.
Yeah, well,
They can swear on it now.
I
We're
mean,
on
yeah,
Netflix.
it's Netflix. Let's
Yeah.
go. Swear away.
Well, I guess not in some places, but in
Well,
Canada, we're on Netflix for SmackDown.
There we are. Okay. So
yes, go ahead.
Sikoa, he gets involved in this, trying to help, but as that often ends up doing, it hindered Royce
Yeah.
Keys and caused Gunther to get the win.
Yeah.
Which, as I said earlier, kind of knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
Gunther wasn't going to get knocked out of this picture. They love him.
Yeah. But they kept Royce Keys with that interference. They kept him like credible.
Well, that's
you know?
the thing. It wasn't a clean loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got to do that in those matches
Yeah.
with the juggernauts. You can't just let one guy get the win over another without it being somehow, underhanded.
Yeah, exactly. Exactamundo. Don't know why I said that. Okay. Next we have Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, May 18th. We open with Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. So Roman Reigns arrives backstage, confronted by Adam Pearce. Jacob Fatu interrupts, calls out Roman Reigns, and the Usos answer instead, leading to a confrontation. Jacob Fatu dominated Jimmy and Jay Uso before Roman Reigns finally appears in the ring. Well, yeah, I remember this now because he was coming out and you were like, don't rush to the ring or anything to save the Usos. He's like walking like tiny steps.
Yeah.
And like slowly.
It's like Penta when he comes to save someone.
Yeah. He's got to do his special walk. Like your friends need help.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Put a little pep
I
in
don't
your
want your
step.
help in a fight because you're not coming very quickly. Like,
man, I'll take you in a zombie apocalypse because I'm going to run a lot faster than you.
Yeah.
You know? But I like when it comes to needing help in a fight, you aren't my friend.
It's ridiculous.
Like, no.
You're not helping.
Roman just comes out to his slow ass music. Yeah. And that's the other thing. Like in those moments, like Roman's music's so impactful.
Yeah.
But it's impactful for his entrance to come out all slow motion like he does.
Yeah.
When you're like supposed to come out like you're, this big surprise to come out and save the day. That music just doesn't hit right.
I know. But you could still, it could still be like, no, and then he can still run out. Like, you could still run. You don't have to walk to match the music.
No, I agree. It was kind of silly. His cousins are just getting their asses handed to them, and he's just strolling up there.
Crazy.
Oh, man.
The Bloodline eventually overwhelmed Jacob Fatu. They tied him up in the ropes, locked his hands up in the ropes.
The three of them just put a beating on him, but really, it should have laid him out far more than it did. I mean, they weren't even backstage by the time Fatu grabbed the mic and challenged him to the tribal combat.
Yeah, that's what he said, tribal combat.
Yeah. And Adam Pearce is running his mouth talking about how he needs to fire Fatu. Like, what did Fatu do?
Yeah.
That 80% of the roster hasn't done in the last year.
He came out to fire him. And then he's like, tribal combat. And everyone's like, okay, never mind. We won't fire you. We got to do tribal combat. You've invoked tribal combat.
Apparently, if Roman wants to fight you, it's like outright.
Yeah, Roman's calling the shots on who gets hired and fired here.
He keeps talking like that. Yeah. Like he's the voice back there.
Eye roll. Oh, my God.
No kidding.
The worship of Roman Reigns.
He's kept to his word.
Yeah,
since Mania, he's there every week.
I mean, I'm glad he's there every week.
He's doing the same thing every week.
Bare minimum.
I mean, I guess a lot of them do. It's not like Cody really switches it up either, and I still love him, so. I just like Cody more.
I just feel like even Cody gets some boos sometimes. Like, my feelings would, not be hurt if Roman Reigns just got, booed one time.
Well, he used to. He used to get
I
booed a
know,
lot
well-
because he was going against Cody.
Yeah.
Cody was getting some heat. Now I think because he's fighting Gunther, everybody likes Cody again because they hate Gunther that much.
That's good. That's probably strategic. They need to get the fans back on Cody's side.
Gunther will do it. I
Yeah.
mean, this is the guy that tapped out John Cena. No one's ever going to like him.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. He's heel for life.
Yeah.
Heel
That's
for
it.
life.
Heel for life. Well, you can't really even see him trying to be a good guy. It just
No,
wouldn't
what's he
hit
gonna
right.
do? Like, how would he? No, I don't know. I can't picture it either. Okay, next we have the street fight with Finn Balor and JD McDonough. Again, like, they keep having matches between these two. Can we do something else?
This is, I mean, we are 4 weeks post Mania.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's 4 weeks post Mania.
sounds right.
And we've had 3 JD McDonough Finn Balor matches.
I know. Why?
I think we're good now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they could mix it up a little bit. I don't know, throw in some different stuff. I'm not even saying they have to move on from that feud yet, but it's just like it's the same. Okay, and now JD and Finn are fighting again. Okay, now JD and Finn are fighting again. It's just a little boring.
And they have the same outcome in every one. It wasn't even like it was 1 win, 1 loss. Now it's a rubber match. No, they just Finn wins every match. Like, what are we doing?
I don't
We
know.
get it. Finn can beat
We get
JD.
it. Yeah. We get it.
It's kind of like, Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre. I don't think we need match 13 or 14. Like I think a dozen
there's a clear winner
losses
here.
is probably enough.
You don't need to just kill JD McDonough forever with this. Yeah.
We're good now.
Okay, next we had Becky Lynch and Sol Ruca. We were talking about this. Becky Lynch is my favorite WWE wrestler. Sol Ruca, we didn't watch in NXT, but I kept seeing a ton of her clips on Instagram, and she's really like acrobatic. Her moves are really cool. I liked her server style, and I was really excited. I was like, they should bring this girl up to the main roster. So when they did, I was pumped about that. Now that she's in this feud with Becky Lynch, super cool for me because 2 wrestlers I really like.
Yeah. I think this is another opportunity for Becky to shine some light on a newcomer as well, which seems to be something she's really into.
Yeah.
Feels like it's sort of her purpose at this point,
Yeah.
She's really trying to elevate the status of some of these up and comers. So hopefully it'll do more for Sol.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that there's potential for this to go for a little while, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. In this, Sol Ruca challenged Becky Lynch to a match. Becky Lynch ended up giving her a match at Saturday night's main event, but it's a non-title match. So the belt is not up for grabs, but they will have a match. So good for Sol because she's getting into a PLE with a current champ. That's super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. As I say, I think it's going to be a bit of a story that they'll tell. I think it'll go a few matches.
Yeah. Super exciting.
And unlike the Finn Balor, JD McDonough thing, it's, different when Becky has a saga because she'll lose a match from time to time instead of just winning every damn one.
Winning every single thing. And then you're like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Okay, next we had the El Grande Americano 6-man tornado tag match. This was new El Grande Americano with Bravo and Rayo, and OG Americano with Julio and Bruto.
Julio and Bruto.
Yeah.
Just adding more humor to the Chad Gable thing.
Yeah.
Definitely enjoyed this version of Chad more so than any other that we had gotten.
Yeah. And this is promoting the like mask versus mask thing. They have like a El Grande versus El Grande at, I think it's in AAA.
Yeah, when is that?
Yeah, I don't know when it is exactly, but it's coming up.
I've been hearing about it for a while. They're really dragging it out. Well, and hopefully they're both able to show up for it now.
Yeah.
If you catch my drift.
Yeah, we'll talk a little more about new El Grande. in the social. So New Americano, Bravo, and Rio won this match because they had a triple headbutt using loaded masks. OG Americano's team attempted to prevent loaded masks from being used, but that was thwarted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, damn. I like to see Chad Gable doing well these days. I never thought I'd say that.
But yeah, we were talking about this because with Chad Gable, well, I said, like, you've been on a bit of a journey with him because you hated him when he was Chad Gable. And then he became El Grande and you kind of liked him. You got sick of that really quick. And then he went away for a long time. And now you like him as El Grande Americano again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to change my mind.
Yeah.
I do all the time.
You certainly
That's the thing
are.
about WWE. They want you to change your mind all the time. In fact, they corral you into changing your mind.
Yeah. You certainly are allowed. Next, there was just a little promo backstage with LA Knight and the Usos, and I just wanted to mention it because it was pretty funny. LA Knight at one point, he's like, kind of scolding them for just doing a being under Roman's thumb again, I guess. He's like, you can do whatever you want. You bring Roman in, you can have a whole Oofa Lafa ceremony. And Jey Uso is like trying to hide his laughter. There's like clips all over TikTok and everything about it, but I watched it so many times because it's really funny. And he's like turning away from the camera because he's trying not to laugh.
LA Knight's when he's on, he's pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
Occasionally recently he stumbled and it really affects the way that his promos go over when he stumbles. But
Yeah.
he when he gets it right, he's fire.
Yeah, he really needs that kind of like smooth talker thing going, and it like hurts your heart when he screws it up. But he gets it right a lot of the time, so good for him.
Yeah.
He carries it through. Yeah. Then there was just an Ethan Page interview with Michael Cole. This was a little funny. He tried to like control the whole interview. He gave Michael Cole pre-written questions to ask him. He also talked about wanting to change the name of the Intercontinental Championship to like something like the Ethan Page Championship or something. So just kind of like driving home that he's, super big ego guy.
Yeah. You're painting a wonderful picture for the Canadians.
Yeah, and you were talking about Chelsea Green, like how it was like...
Yeah, he's the male version of Chelsea Green. Yeah,
perfect pairing for her when they were
making
together.
People think that we're conceited, but as I was saying the other day, it's don't think we're conceited. We're just actually this awesome. That's really what it is.
Yeah, we're pretty awesome.
You
Okay, next we had women's tag team championship match. This was Paige and Brie Bella defending against Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez of the Judgment Day.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see Paige lose, and I'm pretty sure they're going to hang on to these belts for a while, but I was hopeful that Raquel would get that 5th women's tag title and be the only one to do so.
Yeah. I would like to see her star keep rising because I think Raquel Rodriguez is super great. I'd like to see her go out on her own a little more, but definitely
I think that will happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now it looks like they're going to do this tag thing. Yeah,
so there was interference during this match by Liv Morgan. She did get ejected from ringside. Brie Bella is able to roll up Perez for the win, and but we do get a post-match attack.
Post-match
attack. And
it wasn't gone for long.
Yeah, Judgment Day attacks. But Bayley and Lyra Valkyria come in for a post-match save,
which felt a little off to me. I mean, they're not pals, so why? And I heard that Bayley was pissed off about the outcome of WrestleMania, so
yeah,
I don't understand coming to help them, but whatever.
Yeah, they got to do what they got to do. They got to keep bringing all the women's tag teams in,
All the women's tag teams are just individual superstars put together to make tag teams now.
That's true, yeah.
That's what the whole division is. There's not really any actual tag teams left. Like, seriously, let's think about it. What tag teams from the women's division are actual tag teams?
Yeah.
Like Kabuki Warriors, gone.
I would say maybe Irresistible Forces, Nia Jackson,
But
Lash
even
Legend.
that's Nia Jackson, Lash Legend that
I
were
guess
paired
so,
up
yeah.
like just a little bit before Mania.
Yeah.
Like there's no like we've been a tag team. This is our
For
thing.
a long time, yeah.
You know, not even the Kabuki Warriors. That would be you could argue that they weren't even really.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a whole bunch of individual superstars thrown together in tag teams.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There's nobody that was like you said, like, this is our thing. We are a tag team. Yeah.
You know, like you've got like Motor City Machine Guns.
Well,
You know,
not anymore.
like, yeah, not anymore. I get that, but like Wyatt Six, MFT.
Yeah.
You know,
They're
like
supposed
these
to be
actual
tag teams. Yeah.
And there's nothing like that on the women's side.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. There's not. We just got a whole bunch of big stars, which is great. Great for the women's division.
Yeah, it's a good thing, I think, for sure. Puts more shine on it.
Next, we had the Oba Femi Open Challenge. This was super exciting. Yeah. So Oba Femi comes out for the Open Challenge. He is kind of still spotlight on him doing his pose. We posted a TikTok of our reaction to this because I'll film sometimes when we're watching, just in case anything exciting happens. And I'm filming, you and I are just having general conversation about Oba Femi and how big of a star he is. And then all of a sudden, it's like both of us are, oh my God.
Yeah. I mean,
Brock Lesnar appears.
Yeah. And it was mind blowing. And I don't care what anyone says. Nobody saw this coming. There are people like, oh, WWE never officially announced him as retired. Like, there were 55,000 people in Allegiant Stadium that bought it wholeheartedly. Paul Heyman cried. Like, and nobody saw this ruse coming, and it's you know, a nod to the genius of the misdirection of WWE right now.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, they get a lot wrong, and we know that. We document it greatly, but this was just you know, a reminder, like they can mess with us.
Yeah.
Like nobody's
business. There was
business.
so much storyline behind this. Like he, you know, Gunther was supposed to retire him at SummerSlam and he didn't like that. So then he unexpectedly retired and it wasn't sanctioned by WWE. And then
Now there's a
WWE was going to
lawsuit.
sue him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just, you know, all things to really just take you off the trail. And, you know, a month later, nobody's thinking about it at all.
Yeah.
And perfect timing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring them back. Now, I feel like Clash in Italy this time is a little lackluster of a venue for this type of match. This is a Mania headliner, right?
Yeah.
So I would think this should have built to SummerSlam. So something tells me that there'll be more than just this.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Brock can't just come back and lose this match. So, I mean, what would be the point of that?
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't think so either. He can't. There would be no point to him even coming back at all if that was to happen.
Right? So he's going to win, and then it'll, I guess, lead to a rubber match that'll hopefully drag out to SummerSlam.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a long way. There's still money in the bank before then.
We got lots happening before then. Yeah. I'm always surprised when like anything gets, you know, you think anything is going to be at SummerSlam. And there's lots of stuff where people are like, this is for SummerSlam. This is going to happen at SummerSlam. And I'm like, they got a lot of stuff between now and then.
Oh, yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah. Okay. Next, we had Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory. So Seth Rollins battled Austin Theory in the main event of this show. Austin Theory was targeting Seth Rollins' injured leg a lot of the time. Logan Paul repeatedly interfered. Seth Rollins overcame all of that and won the match with a pedigree. But there is post-match attack.
Post-match attack.
Post-match attack. Post-match chaos involving Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, and Braun Breaker. So after all this kind of stuff happened backstage where Braun Breaker wanted to have this match, Paul Heyman said, no, it's going to be Austin Theory. And Seth Rollins was going on and on about how Braun Breaker can't beat him without his friends. they chose to have Austin Theory fight this match, and Braun Breaker just comes out and spears Seth Rollins and stands tall in the ring. It's kind of ridiculous. I understand, they need to keep building, but it's like you just did exactly what Seth Rollins said you're doing.
It's saying you can't beat me without cheating. Apparently, they can't lose without cheating either.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything but drag the storyline on with this, really.
Yeah.
That's all this was.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll probably see him
Dragging it
fight
out.
Logan Paul next week.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll just fight all of the Vision members until he.
Bronson Reed will come back. He'll have a match with him. At the end of every match, Breaker will just come out and spear him.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. Okie dokie. That was it for Raw. Pretty good shows. I mean, I think both were pretty enjoyable. Sometimes we get some duds in there, but I didn't think either of them were that.
No, it was a decent week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, we've got a lot of good sort of early snowballs happening right now. It's enough to keep us coming back.
That'll bring us to our first segment.
Yeah, well. Top of the pop.
Top of the pop. The top of the pop.
Yeah. So, yes, relatively easy choice here.
I agree. I think it's very easy.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone loves a shock pop.
Shock pop it is.
A shock pop.
Yep.
But
I don't know if he's won any of the things on our show before.
You were
Congrats,
saying
sir.
Trick Williams, with the hometown crowd, also got a very good pop there too. He's a close second there, but the shock pop wins out. Everyone's excited for a surprise entrant, so that's our winner. And we can do our next segment.
Hottest of the heat.
Hottest of the heat.
I like how you do that.
Yeah,
it's good.
like that.
Yeah. I'm going with Kit Wilson.
Hey, interesting.
Yeah, well, he was messing with the Gamecocks in his slam poetry, and I feel like that that kind of got him. There were a couple of honorable mentions, but I don't think we've ever given Kit Wilson anything on our show, and likely never will again.
We probably won't ever again. Yeah, I could go with that. I mean, I don't know who else we would even say. I think, Gunther gets pretty good. He gets heat from the crowd, but not the same right now. He's still getting heat, but not like crazy heat like he's gotten in the past. Paul Heyman is a big winner on our show. Of Hottest of the Heat, but I don't think he really did anything in ring this week. It was backstage. So, yeah, okay, I'm with you. We can give it to Kit.
Attaboy, Kit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
He's toxic.
He sure is.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Good
Are you
for
ready?
guys. I'm ready. Let's do it.
The social. Social.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Smooth.
I feel like we did well there.
Yeah, we did. We usually do.
Yeah, most of the time I follow that up with I think we killed it.
I think we killed it once again. Okay, first on the social, I'm going to talk about the hot topic on everyone's tongues, and that is, I'm just speaking of tongues, Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser, real name Marcel Barthel, quite the name, was arrested in Florida on battery charges. He at his Orlando apartment complex.
He was using triple A's when he should have used double A's.
Yeah.
So I'm a dad, folks. I'm allowed to make jokes like
charges. That. Okay. Orlando apartment complex. So apparently, according to the quote unquote victim, alleged victim, He was in an elevator, aggressively making out with his female companion, and no word on who it was. And this man was in the elevator with him. He went to get off at his floor and he turned to them and said, "You guys should have some manners." And apparently, in response to that, Ludwig Kaiser attacked him, punched him a whole bunch of times, pushed him to the ground, and then threatened more violence against him. Police then later identified Marcel Barthel, Ludwig Kaiser, through security footage, and he did turn himself in after learning there was an arrest warrant out for him. He was booked in Orange County Jail and he was released after posting the $1,000 bail. That being said, he pleaded not guilty and requested a trial. So definitely more,
Well, I think
more to that.
he's likely got something more. I did hear some more to this story. I think, it's obviously somebody that's heard something, so who knows how much is true, but apparently this fella kept his mouth quiet during the elevator going up, but as soon as he was getting off, turned back to be quite rude and said, "You show some fucking respect or I'll call ICE on that BITCH." And I guess that provoked him. Now, as we know that, as much as you want to, sometimes you can't beat somebody up because they said mean things to you.
Yeah.
And that sure ain't going to be enough to win his court case. So
No,
let's hope he's got more.
that's what I'm saying. So I think there might be more to this. It doesn't say whether they actually captured the assault on the security footage or they just identified him coming out at that time on the security footage. It doesn't necessarily say. The fact that he pled not guilty and has requested a trial is interesting to me. I feel like he must have some kind of proof that he wasn't in the wrong. But we won't know. We'll have to wait to find out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can make the
Drama.
mask versus match or mask
Yeah.
versus, oh my gosh, mask versus mask match.
That's right. Yes.
Holy.
That's a tongue twister.
It is.
Yeah. She sells seashell.
Yeah. So hopefully he's not tied up for that.
Yeah, that's true. He's got a lot going on, and I would assume something like this would affect, like, he has a travel visa or a work visa, I would think, for travel. So I would, something like this would affect that, which would be hard for him to continue his career.
Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah. Next, WWE Made in America. WWE is producing a 1-hour special called Made in America. The special will premiere on May 29th on USA Network after Friday Night SmackDown. It's part of USA Network's America 250 celebration. Hosts are going to be Joe Tessitore and Jimmy Hart. Apparently, it has interview clips from Triple H, Kane, Cody Rhodes, The Undertaker, and archival footage with Hulk Hogan discussing WWE's growth and cultural impact in America.
That's cool.
Yeah. So could be interesting for sure. We don't
we'll watch it.
We don't have USA Network, so hopefully they pump
Well, we
it through.
do.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Oh, all right. Well, we do. So we'll probably watch it. Maybe they'll put it on Netflix for the Canadians, though. Although it is an America 250 celebration, so I don't know. Triple H stated in the trailer that WWE is America's greatest export.
Yep. I believe that is backed by statistics, correct?
Yeah, I don't know how you quantify greatest. That's pretty opinion based.
It involves 7 different categories.
Okay. You have them written down.
No, I do not have this knowledge.
Okay. Next, UFC Freedom 250, another America 250 celebration.
Yeah, America.
Yeah, America. So 2 UFC fights. They're happening on the White House South Lawn. I mean, I don't know how you get more American than that. This has got to be a, Donald Trump's idea or something. You're having 2 UFC fights on the White House lawn. I don't know what's going on.
Sweet.
Anyway, because TKO owns both UFC and WWE, there are WWE talent announced for the Fan Fest. They include Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, Trick Williams, Braun Breaker, The Miz, and the Usos.
Good turnout.
Yeah. Good. That's a good roster of people showing up there. what I really added this to the social for was that Chelsea Green apparently had some like backlash online. Every time I say backlash now, I want to go backlash. Because she has been really pro trans rights and defensive of that community and really against the policies that the current administration in the US is putting through with Donald Trump. So a lot of people are online are like, someone said, guess the check cleared because they're basically calling her a sellout, I guess. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's the thing about your job. Sometimes you have to do some things that you might not love to do, but it's your job, so
yeah,
you do it.
yeah. She
Uh,
did respond and said, doing my job and supporting the community are not mutually exclusive.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. So I mean, whatever. That's just haters being haters,
yeah,
No matter what you're trying to do, whether it's positive or not, there's always gonna be people out there that are gonna try
for
and
sure.
bring you down and throw the negativity around. Not surprising somebody's digging this up to throw some mud at Chelsea. She's going to meet fans
Yeah.
and make people happy, but she's terrible because she's
Yeah.
apparently becomes part of Donald Trump's cabinet by doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. And contractually, she, like you said, likely does not have the ability to say, no, I'm not going to go. And also, I don't think going and participating in, a corporate event for your company really means that you agree with all of the government's policies.
Obviously not.
No. But. So don't worry, Chelsea. Do you see your point of view?
Yeah, we got your back, Chelsea.
Got your back. Okay, and lastly, we will talk about the Saturday night main event matches. Okay. So first we've got Penta versus Ethan Page. This is for the Intercontinental Championship.
Penta. Ethan Page is going to be something big, and being in this match this early is obviously a sign of that. But if whoever's taking the belt from Penta it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen now. Penta's going to retain.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, I don't think Ethan Page. I do think he will continue on this path and likely eventually be in that Intercontinental Championship picture, but I don't think it'll be yet. I don't think they'll take it off Penta. Next we have the Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford for the World Tag Team Championship.
I think the Profits are going to take this. I think Seth is somehow going to be involved with helping them win. They're really sort of playing up this alliance that's quietly happening. I think Seth will help them win, and it'll build the feud between he and the Vision and build the friendship between him and the Profits.
Yeah.
I like it.
Third? I'm with you on that as well. I don't think the Vision will retain here. They got to lose it at some point. Next we have Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill, Michin, and B-Fab. This is the one that I was talking about that I felt like really Fatal Influence. And JC Jane, they should have been a part
That's
of
what
this.
this should have been. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because they just have so much momentum right now. I don't know why it's Jade Cargill and Michin and B-Fab, and they're not going to win this match. So
No, yeah, I mean, not clean. It's not going to go Jade's way unless some nefarious deed is done.
yeah.
Or maybe Fatal Influence comes down and helps them, and it's like a whole new NWO faction. Whoa, imagine that.
Oh, that'd be cool. Okay. So then we have Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca.
Because it's a non-title match, I'm giving this to Sol, but it won't be clean. It'll be like Becky's distracted by something. It'll be her own doing. It'll be silly, but yeah, to keep some credibility for Beck, and because it's not a title match, I'm going with a Sol win because Becky's distracted.
Yeah, I agree, and I think she'll be distracted by a person. Like I was thinking maybe AJ Lee, maybe not, but could be also Maxine Dupree, somebody like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's Saturday night main events, just not super marquee, so I don't know how big the person coming back would be, but maybe they want to add some shine to a Saturday night main event. So maybe it is AJ Lee. Like, who knows?
Yeah. Next, Paige and Brie Bella versus the Irresistible Forces, Lash Legend, and Nia Jax.
Paige and Brie Bella, they're going to hang on to these belts for a little while, and a loss for Irresistible Forces won't mean anything. Like their status will remain.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Brie and Paige will retain.
Yeah, I think that's likely, and I think they have to drag it out a bit until Nikki's ready to come back. And like you had said earlier, that's probably going to be a while. So they've got to play this out. Yeah. Well, that's it. That's
Cool.
everything.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Hope you had fun.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
It was a fun time. We try to record a lot of our fun wrestling related stuff.
Yeah, we do.
And put it all out on all the social medias. So tune in, check us out. If you want to watch more of it, like, subscribe, comment. Definitely comment. We like the engagement. It's fun to talk to people on there. You could find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, Twitter/X, all the ones that are out there. And on all of them, we're at Poppin' Heat. That's at POPNHEAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can catch this and all of our other 52 episodes. The audio versions are available on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Audible, and YouTube Music as well. And as always, you can catch the video version right here on YouTube.
That's right. Yes, you can. Here we are.
And you're going to want to tune in next week to find out if we won our first baseball game.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's
Poppin' Heat on the field.
What most people will want to watch for.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we'll also go over some predictions for Clash in Italy. So
yeah, that might be the highlight.
You might enjoy that too. Yeah.
All right. Well, tune in next week, guys. We can't wait to see you then.
Yeah, we'll see you then, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.